My name is Falcão Nhaga, and I'm a young director from Portugal. But my parents, my dad is from Guinea-Bissau, and my mother is from Cape Verde. And I'm here to present Mestida, which is about my heritage past, about generational differences, racism, periphery, and there were two experiences that made me think of the idea, which was my aunt needed, like the film, my aunt needed help with her groceries, so I went to help her, but also my dad has a backaches, and so I thought about combining those two things because we have. Every month or so, we go to the center of the city where they give out food. You have to take all of it all at once because they give out once a month. So you have like bread or some type of fish, cans of fish, cans of beans, and a lot of it. So my dad has backache, so he can't take it all of it at once alone. So I always go with him to help him. And it's always a moment in the month so that we can talk about things. And that kind of inspired me of like a mother and son that don't talk about these things and specifically, put them in the situation where they do have to and confront what they're talking about to the, again, mundanity of their doing. And it creates a very, it's an interesting moment to talk about those things. In situations like this where you are forced to slow down and you are forced to walk, because walking is a very interesting thing because the environment is around you, so you have no way to avoid it. And by walking with somebody else, you have no idea to avoid the environment, but also to talk. You have to talk. Again, the movie has this wish that both of these generations and post-colonial and independence perspectives can merge to create a better future for Afro-descendants and their parents, and that we can have a different view of our past, so we can build a very specific and more brighter future. But I think one of the things I've seen the movie do, I hope, is that it takes, at least for Afro-descendants in Portugal, I think it takes a lot of them, and it talks about things that hurt us a lot and about our past. And the reason people cry is because it's a moment that they can have the conversation with their parents that they never had, or the conversations that are too hard to have in real life. They can see the film and they can feel like something in them is taking out the emotions finally, and it's almost like an exorcism of the soul. And I think when it happens, I think that's a very good outcome for what the film can create in the viewer. I've gone around the world, I've met a lot of people, wonderful people, and I've listened to other stories. But I always come home and I always come to my own story. So it's a very humbling feeling to go out in the world and coming back. And it helps you be charged for another story and to bring that story to life and to bring it around the world. But I think with these stories that are very specific and about very specific communities, coming back and telling that story there, I think it's the most important and something that a lot of people forget. I think when you're filming with a specific community, mainly a community that has been marginalized, I think it's important to go back and to re-signify what the movie is. It's one thing to make a universal story universal, but if that particularity disappears, that meaning, that deep full meaning that people connect with, also disappears.